So let's make a formal introduction for our listener. Good afternoon, Charlie. My name is Claudio. I'm calling you from Washington, D.C. From the studios in Fairfax City. We're very humble and grateful that Charly McLion accepted our invitation to our show. And thank you, Walter, for helping out as well. Charlie, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks.
So this has been a weird year for everybody with the pandemic and the COVID. Some people believe in the vaccine, some people don't. It's hard to tour if you're a touring musician. You know, the situation in Germany right now is kind of difficult. We don't know it's going to be another lockdown or no. How is this affecting your life, your life as a musician and that kind of stuff?
Wie es dir damit geht, mit der Pandemie und wie es dir dein Leben beeinflusst als Musiker und
Nichts. This is in Germany, the pandemic. We have 1 year no gigs in Germany, and I have a new band, acoustic band with 2 singers and 2 guitar players. And have in the next time for next year, I have a new album with 40 songs. Come maybe in January or February comes out. And make different music. I have a old friend of mine. We make an album. I have a fantastic voice, and I make 3 projects in this time. Just the electronic music and handmade music and other things.
Yeah, that is great. That is great. Thank you very much. Were you born like in a musical family? How old were you when you began taking maybe piano lesson or guitar lessons?
I play guitar and keyboards and piano. My first instrument is guitar. All guitars, acoustic guitars, lead guitars, slide guitars, everything.
Und deine Familie, war die musikalisch?
Yes, my father was guitar player in the classic music.
Oh wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Any of your brothers as well? Any musicians?
No, I have no brother. I have two sisters.
Yeah. No musicians?
No, yeah, with music, no.
You are there. Yep.
Yeah, I have it from my father.
Wie hast du begonnen?
In the beginning, it was after the rock and roll time, and it was 1965. I was beginning with guitar and learning, and 2 years, 1 year later, I have my first band, and then we have a band with the name Trust. We play of big festival in Aachen with Pink Floyd.
Yep.
Was the top with Deep Purple, Free, and other actors.
Yeah, so I'm aware of that.
Germany,
I think that was your rock band in the 70s called Trust, right? TRUSS, right? And I think there was a 3-day rock festival. I think you guys were opening from Deep Purple, Caravan, Can, Amol Duel. Man, that was an unbelievable festival. These are very big names, you know?
Yeah. But you shouldn't forget to mention that he produced the first rock single in Aachen, his band. So this was a big thing back in the 60s.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, man, good for you, man. Good for you. I'm very happy with this stuff. And then I think you end up composing music for, films and video game and a little bit of movies. Feel free to elaborate what you have.
Yeah, I compose for film music and for theater in Aachen. We live here in the near of Aachen is Dutch and Belgium is 4 kilometers or 5 kilometers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that in this, warte mal, ich sage der Beste. Ja, in dieser Ecke von uns haben wir natürlich viel aus Holland und Belgien mitgenommen auch. Und habe dann halt, wie gesagt, angefangen auch fürs Theater Musik zu schreiben und so weiter und so fort.
So there were a lot of connections with influences and musicians from the Netherlands and from Belgium, because Aachen is so close to the border. And also he worked at the theater and in Aachen, and had some performances there, made music for the theater, for theater pieces. So there's a variety of fields in where his music was or is present.
Perfect, yeah. And the soundtrack that you did for movies were in Germany, or there were movies in Germany, or
in Germany, yeah.
In Germany, I got you.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then in the 80s, you go ahead.
And for the music appeared on in TV shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in magazines, scientific magazines. So it was background music, as used as in for features about science, about space science. So there is where the electronic music came in, and where it was used by the TV stations here in Germany.
You end up producing like a music library where you sell it to local radio station, where they can use different pieces whenever they want to. That's the way it works.
No, that's not the way it works in Germany. It's a different system than in the States. Yeah. You don't sell things. They use it, and they have to pay you for you. The organization, like in German, it's called GEMA. Yeah. With the he is registered in the GMA in this organization, and I think it's ASCAP in the States or something.
Yeah,
something like this. And so they watch what they check what's being played, and then the stations, they have to pay them, and then they distribute it among the musicians. That's the way it goes. It's not that you sell copyrights or the library to someone. This is not the way it went in Germany. So yeah. This is a different legal system than in the States.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah. So go ahead.
We have 1987. We have a big success in USA with Double Fantasy.
Yeah, that is going to be my next question.
Amerikanische Radiochartkette bis auf Platz 13, überall von Osten, Westen bis nach Kanada hin.
He said they made it with Double Fantasy into the radio chart on number 13 in the ranking.
Yep. That's exactly my next question. In the late 80s, you end up meeting Robert Schroeder, who has already produced a few electronic records as well, who called himself, I think, a dreamster. And then you guys formed the electronic duo called Double Fantasy, right? And,
yes, this was my first electronic project, together with Robert Schroeder. Was two guys. And in 2000, play my music, Charly McLion music.
And I think it's called, go ahead.
I have no contact with Robert Schroeder. I make by myself, and the music is better for me.
You knew him from before you got together or not?
Ob du ihn gekannt hast, bevor ihr euch getroffen habt?
Yeah, I learning Robert by the Belgium radio station. We see the first time we see Robert, and we talk together, and that was in the 80s, and I play of 4 records by Robert solo project, and in 1987 we make together Double Fantasy. It was over the world. It was in Germany, was very successful. We in a ranking we was place 2. Het was we waren dan nummer 1.
Jean-Michel.
Yeah, John Michel was number 1 and we number 2.
Yeah, wow, amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
well, that was great. This was
Yeah,
great.
I noticed that I listened to the album, well, like 40 years ago, and it was
Yeah.
a big success here in the United States.
Yeah.
But why after Universal Avenue, you guys didn't do another one? I mean, if the success was great, why it wasn't the idea to do a follow-up album and another one if you guys were popular at the time?
Warum er nicht ein weiteres Album gemacht hat, wo halt den Erfolg hatte.
With Robert, it was Robert and me. No,
It didn't work out.
after 2 years, it was
You
very
went apart.
trouble. And no, this was better for me. I make my project, Charly McLion project. You have all my music from Charly McLion, all the albums.
I have some. Obviously, I have 2 different versions from Double Fantasy, and then I have some of the new stuff you have done. But you know, after the interview, definitely I want to send Walter an email because I'm interested in getting the other one, so I can play your music on the radio as well.
Yeah.
I play a wide range of music on the radio, so will be good. And I think after you end up, you know, divorcing from Robert, I think Robert ended up doing an update to Universal Avenue. I think he took the original tapes and re-recorded again, right? And do an updated version, right?
Hat der Schroeder das nochmal bearbeitet? Und
No. The Double Fantasy project. We have to get it together. We have the mixing and
Ja.
ob das nochmal überarbeitet hat danach, ob das mal neu rausgebracht.
No. It was trouble with the record company, with Robert, and Robert was the producer.
Yeah.
And they have very trouble with the record company.
Yeah.
Over 5-6 years, and the record company make a other project with name to other guys. You make not Double Fantasy, sondern etwas mit Fantasy.
Yeah.
And this was done over 5 years. Was Robert am Gericht mit.
So they had some legal issues, Robert and the record company, and in the end he lost. To make a long story short.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Wenn wir weitere Platten gemacht hätten, wir waren eigentlich gut dabei, aber das hat eigentlich alles gestoppt.
So they were doing well, and then these legal issues, and they didn't work out.
Gotcha.
So
Right.
and he didn't have any influence on it because Robert was a producer and he was doing the deals with the record company. So whatever happened, Charly had no influence on whatever happened.
Oh, I see.
Well, because that was on another level. Yeah, it was
Sure.
the legal level. It was not the musical level.
So it's so sad because that album, you know, sold over like 250,000 copies here in the United States back in the day,
Wow.
which is a lot. Which is
Yeah.
250,000 copies. That's a lot. You know, I hope you get your share for the revenues because there would have been good money. You know. Or
Er sagte, die haben den in den Staaten, da hat sich das 250.000 Mal verkauft, das Album. Er hofft, dass du dein Geld da bekommst.
No money. This was a problem.
oh no, it's no
Very
good.
big problem.
Yeah.
This Robert hatte den Prozess verloren gegen die Plattenfirma und deswegen ist da kein Geld mehr gekommen. Wusste ich das so viel? 250.000?
Yeah.
Hard. Yeah.
So, I mean, Robert lost the legal case, and so no money arrived on Charlie's bank account.
Yeah, that is the business.
That's the business that we are, because that album, yeah. Sometimes there is friction and bands work out and they need to split in. One Robert went one way, Charlie went the other way, and it's a beautiful album. I know you have done a lot more than that, but that's the way it is sometimes. In 1987, you have a project with the Dutch keyboarder composer Bert Bosch, and I think you guys call band Soft Trouble. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was Bert. Yes, yeah. I come from Dutch. I was a good singer and play guitar.
Ja.
Das war ein kurzes Projekt. This was a short project, not over a long time.
Yeah.
But
there are some recordings I could send.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I have in electronic music. I have two styles. I make chill out music with drums, with bass, with keyboards.
Yeah.
And my other project is soft music. Only voices, only bass, only drums and percussions, only pad sounds and sweet keyboard sounds and acoustic guitars, concert guitars, and das ist mein zweites Projekt eigentlich mit unter Nature Dreams.
Yeah. So this is his second project, the one with relaxing and soothing music, Nature Dreams. There's more music that is coming.
Yeah.
But he also had some over the years. They did some up-tempo stuff.
Yeah.
Dance floor, and I don't think that this has ever surfaced and was audible for people. I mean, not on the large scale, more in his circles. But there was nothing got published. But there's a lot of music on his hard disks that hardly anybody has ever listened to, including some great blues music and other things. Yeah, so I can over the time send you stuff and you can air it, which would be very helpful. And
but why, Walter? Why is difficult to take that music from Charlie's hard drive and create like a self-made record, and then sell it? It's difficult to do that in Germany.
You mean producing a CD?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have this distribution. I mean, otherwise you end up having your CDs in your basement.
Yeah.
I mean that's what we did. I mean, I produced the Nature of the Universe, and we got great critics all over the globe for the music. But if you don't have the right distribution, or you don't sell. So this was also in the period where more and more all these people were just wanting to have music for free. Yeah, so all the smaller labels were disappearing. So it was a difficult time to come up with a new project, even with great music and with his background. Wow. So there's a lot available, but you need manpower and people who promote it.
Sure. Yeah, it's too bad because there can be a lot of good stuff that, you know, sitting on his hard computer, right? And nobody can listen. I will, because I like music, you know, and soft rock, more jazzy, the electronic. I like a wide range. You know, for me, music is important. If I can play the music in the radio, would be good. I was looking for some of the hits on Spotify, and Colors of Life for 2014 is a little more jazzy, but it's a very good album. I really like it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
It
I was with this album was of 100 136 sampler.
Tracks from the album made it on 136 samplers, so it's quite successful.
Good. Do you have like do you sell music on Bandcamp at all, or
on what?
In Bandcamp?
No.
Bandcamp? No, Bandcamp habe ich nichts verlegt. Nein. No.
Because maybe you can upload the music there.
With my new album, I'm go over Bandcamp.
Yeah, it's people, musicians. See what happened in Spotify, right? You need to have 1 million hits to make $1 or something. In Bandcamp, when you create a profile, Charlie, you upload the music, and you get the Bandcamp only takes 10%. So out of $10 that you sell your album, the artist, you Charlie, get $9, and Bandcamp take you only $1. So that is why many musicians upload the music to Bandcamp, because the Bandcamp doesn't take a big chunk.
Yeah,
and then you can sell digital, you can send CD, you can send vinyl. Everything is in Bandcamp, right? A lot of musicians are going there. Is audio music in or the majority of music digital, in a digital format, or CD or vinyl?
It's in a digital format. I mean, what he produced, it is in a digital format, yes.
Yeah, no many CDs out there in his basement. You know. No. Not, I mean, we basically he stopped producing CDs, or making CDs 15 years ago, because if you don't have a distribution channels, you end up having them lay around in your basement. And it's and with a digital distribution, I mean, Bandcamp, this sounds better. I'm not into the business anymore. I mean, I quit the business maybe 15 years ago, and we are still related, and so I support him as far as I can do. But I'm not in the business anymore. And I got you. Yeah. The other very good album is both the Nature Dreams for 2015, and then in 2020 you did Nature Dreams #2, and then those are very, very good albums. I really like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yes, thanks.
Very, very good stuff.
Yeah, thanks.
It it's too bad that the music is great, right? I think it's great. Charlie think it's great. Walter think it's great. And critics, but somebody to take the music, right, and send it to a radio station, to a distributor, so more people in the world can listen to the great music.
One needs such a person who devotes himself, or to make this. I mean, it would be worth it.
Oh yeah, because what if you look in your career, Charlie, And what are your top three musical influences?
Dann drei wichtigsten musikalischen Einflüsse, was würdest du sagen?
Von Bands oder so?
Ja, was dich musikalisch am meisten so beeinflusst hat.
Ja, in my first time was favorite Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, wow.
Zeppelin was. I played together with Pink Floyd on the festival. Yeah, played together with Deep Purple and Free and Spencer Davis. Not forget Spencer Davis was a nice guy. He's dead now, huh? Spencer Davis.
Yeah.
And
then, yeah, go ahead.
Later, in the 70s, Led Zeppelin, in the 80s, I have no favorites. Was in the 60s and 70s was Led Zeppelin. It was a big band for me. And Clapton, many players.
I mean, for me, he is absorbing all styles, and he makes his own music, which is unique. Yeah.
Sure, of course.
Yeah. This is he's a composer.
Ja, I'm compose music. Yeah. And ich habe so meinen eigenen Gitarrenstyle. Yeah.
So it's his own way to play guitar, and I mean, there is such a variety of music that comes out of him. I'm very impressed all over the years. I mean, he did even with Moroccan musicians. He made music which sounded like Rai, but with a Charly McLion touch. So just great stuff.
Yeah. Where are you located, Walter and Charlie? What city in Germany? Where are you?
Aachen. Aachen. This is right on the Dutch-Belgian border.
Ah, the border with Belgium. Yeah. As mentioned, I'm going to be in Frankfurt, Berlin, and Munich in December.
Frankfurt is not so far. Frankfurt is by train a 2-hour ride.
250 kilometers from Aachen.
Yeah, maybe we can get together one day for dinner or something.
Yeah.
Because
I would love to. And then I really would acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge you for getting in touch and keeping the thing alive. Yeah.
Of course, no problem. It's for me, that's my job, to reach out to great musician, and I want to create like an archive, right? All my radios are free. I buy all the music. I buy all the CDs, all the vinyl. The station are 24 hours a day. No advertising, no social media, just great music. Whether you are in Tokyo, you are in Mexico, you are in Brazil, you are in Berlin, you can turn the radios and listen to very good music. I have 4 radio stations. And I pay music right to 2 entities here. So my job is to, show the world, great music from Charlie, and that's my job. So no problem for me. So what are your plans, Charlie, for the near future? Are you guys going to be doing some gigs, any festivals, or are you going to be playing somewhere
for next year?
Yeah, for next year.
Yeah, I have my next album for next year. 14 songs.
Yeah.
And it will maybe come out in the January, February for next year. And the other project for me is my acoustic project.
Yeah.
With the 2 singers and 2 guitar players.
Yeah.
Machen wir auch eigene Musik nur, und da sind wir jetzt so weit, dass wir ab Januar übreif sind.
So with this project, I mean, the two acoustic guitars, Charlie and his friend, and 2 female singers, and they'll be ready to be on stage in January, and it's outstanding. I mean, I heard one concert it was before the pandemic, and it's just, I mean, the pandemic it
destroy everything. Yeah,
destroys everything. I mean, now the numbers are rising again. We don't know about live concerts next year. We really have to wait. What can you do?
Yeah.
So, but he's ready to perform.
It's a nice band. We make harmony, voices, we singing for the girls singing, and one girl play flute and ukulele.
Ukulele. Yeah.
It is only acoustic music. I like it.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can play. Hopefully the music will sell, and you can, you can do some concerts, some gigs, to make some money, and then what many musicians do, Charlie, they print their own. You can take the digital music that you have and create self-made CDs, right? Which are not very expensive, and then you can sell it at the end of the gig. You can do like a T-shirt, and then take picture with people like myself, right? And then you sign the CDs, and then you can get some money that way a little bit, Plus the Bandcamp, you can. It's not a lot, but over time, if people know your music, then and if you have whatever 20 CDs, you can upload everything digitally to Bandcamp, and little by little, people that buy your music can buy the whole collection. So it's good. It's good that people can get to know your music, and I will be sad, if the music is not heard all over the world, because it's very good stuff,
Verstanden?
Ich habe nicht alles verstanden.
Ja, er meinte, du sollst einfach alles hochladen und über Zeit würdest du verkaufen, und es wäre schade, wenn das wäre alles gute Musik, und es wäre schade, wenn es nicht auf der ganzen Welt gehört würde.
Yes, I'll do it.
Make sense. What do you do for? I only have another 2 questions. What do you do for fun? No music related. Any hobbies?
Was dir Spaß macht, was nichts mit Musik zu tun hat. Fußball schauen, aber die alle waren ja so schlecht.
Yes, German football. Ich mache nicht mehr so viel außerhalb. Das ist vom Alter her bedingt wahrscheinlich.
Nee, was du so gerne machst in deiner Freizeit, auch wenn du jetzt nicht Musik machst, was dir Spaß macht.
Nicht mehr so viel halt. Ne? Man macht nicht mehr so viel wie vor 5 oder 10 Jahren. Mal ein bisschen in Cafés, Kaffee trinken gehen und mit Freunden zu Hause was machen. I playing with my best friend. I play 40 years. We play Kulo. You know Kulo?
No.
Das ist mit 5 Würfeln im Becher.
It's a dice game.
Yeah.
So he likes to have social. I mean, he's among friends and just spends time with friends and play with friends. Go out and have a coffee somewhere. Just friendly social life. Yeah. Sometimes watching soccer games, but not. I mean, not
for money. Yeah.
Just for fun.
The Bundesliga.
The Bundesliga, yes.
Cool.
Ja, eigentlich dreht sich bei mir alles um Musik. Das ist mein eigentlich.
So I mean, mainly his life is about music.
Yeah.
I mean, you visit him and he plays you some new music he just produced.
Yeah.
I mean, this is his life, making music, composing music. This is centered around music. And then there are friends and the normal social life, like average person, but music is the core, the heart. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have now a new project with an old friend of mine,
Yeah,
Antiniak. They have a great voice, have a black voice. So white people have a black voice. Yeah?
yeah.
And we make now a new album. We make for 10 years ago, we make the first album. Kannst du mal fragen, ob er das vielleicht hat? Kennt Antiniak?
Are you familiar with the name Lentiniak?
No.
So we will provide you with this music as well.
It's a great album. Yes, it's a great album.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Auf YouTube findest du das noch. Bist du auf YouTube?
Yeah, it must be available on YouTube. I'll send you stuff.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, thank you very much. So hopefully, Charly, Walter, things will open up. You can release your music, make some money. You need to tour, sell music, Bandcamp, CDs, self-made CDs, and then I will, hopefully I can see you playing live one day,
Ja, genau, der hofft, dass sich mal live erleben kann.
In Germany, maybe in Germany.
Germany.
You must come to Germany.
Kommt er, ja.
Yeah.
When do you come to Germany?
I'm coming December 15th.
December 15th. Oh, this is very soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to be interviewing a lot of musicians from the Berlin School of Music, like people from Tangerine Dream, Manuel Goshin, Michael Honing, and many others. Unfortunately, Klaus Schulze. Schulze is very, very sick. He's having difficult times.
Recording in the 80s, recording in the studio for Schulze.
Really?
Was a big studio.
Yeah. Wow.
And play of the records from Robert Schroeder. I was the producer from Robert Schroeder.
Yeah.
And play of one record, play with a voice box. You know the voice box?
Yeah.
With a tube.
Yeah.
And I know Klaus Schulze. Was a crazy guy.
Yeah, I never saw him live. I never saw him. He didn't tour that much here in the United States, and I was very young, so I never saw him. And he's having right now, I think he got medical difficulties. So it's going to be difficult to interview him.
Es wird schwierig sein, den Schulze zu interviewen, wenn krank ist zurzeit, hat gesagt.
Yeah, Schulze, Klaus Schulze is sick, very sick. I heard it.
And but I'm going to be meeting with his two sons. We're gonna have dinner with another music guy. So that will be the closest that I can get to him. But that's life,
Yeah.
So when will you be in Frankfurt?
I'm going to be in Frankfurt around December 22nd, right before Christmas. I will let you know in advance. I need to plan the itinerary because I need to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to first going to be Munich, the south of Germany. Then I'm going up,
Yeah.
Berlin, and then Frankfurt area around meeting different musicians, and it's going to be fun,
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, and I want to record, record because I want to do like a little documentary. So I want to go to the Beat Studio in Berlin because that's where the Berlin kind of School of Music started, right?
Yeah.
And I wanna do that as well. So that will be like a dream for me in many ways because I never thought that I will be able to to meet all these musicians, people that I admire, and so on and so forth. So it's going to be a great opportunity for me as well. I'm going to be talking to Tommy Betzler, I think you may know him. Yeah.
Tommy
Bessler?
No?
No, it's another. Yeah, I'm visiting him in Frankfurt. Yeah, he's well known as well. So, well, it was very nice talking to you, Charlie. Well, thank you, Walter, for all your help.
Yeah.
We will, I will send you an email. We could coordinate. I would love to get your music, and I want to see somehow sending you the the CD insert of the album Universal Avenue, because that's one of my favorite albums of all times. I have a lot of favorite, but that's one of my top 10.
Oh, great.
So, but I like your stuff before, and the stuff new that you will send me, that would be great. So I'm looking forward to hear from you, and thank you very much again, Charlie, for keep on
thank you, Gloria.
keep on working hard, keep on producing good music, and thank you very much, Walter, for your help. And maybe we'll see you play live one day and have a cup of coffee in Germany, in Frankfurt.
Okay.
Yeah. We can arrange something. Frankfurt
Yeah.
isn't that far, and my sister is living there.
Okay,
So
that would be great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Keep it in mind.
Appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
okay.
Bye.
Thank
Have
Bye.
a great day.
Bye, Claudio.
Bye. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.